Hey Taurus, how's it going? Happy to be here to read for you today. I've been reading for love this week, but it's kind of taken some twists and turns. Everybody's kind of getting a different theme. I'm trying to use different decks to kind of mix up the energy, but it's so interesting because no matter how much I shuffle, there seems to be a collective energy going on here that I just can't deny. So regardless, I'm still going to try to give everybody what I think is the most accurate for them. What do you need to hear right now? I'm using is this Kipper, Findicicle, or something like that. It's interesting because when I was doing like a little brief meditation before your reading and shuffling the cards really well, there was a lot of kind of legal energy in your deck. So I'm curious to see what actually comes out for you. Again, we're going to throw it out there that this is for love. Who's on your mind? What's going on? How do they feel about you? But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I set the intention, but sometimes spirit has other ideas, so I'm just learning to roll with it. So throw a dog a bone here. Let's get some cards out so that we can explore what's going on for our lovely Taurus family today. Man alive, I don't know if you guys are keeping this under wraps. Like, let's try splitting the deck and doing that. Don't usually do that, but today might call for something different. Occupation, concern, and bad health. Ooh, look at that 31, 33, 34. You've got a lot going on right now. I feel like this is you here in the middle. This person that's of concern. This is for like a mature person, for sure. This is for a mature person, someone who probably has a family, because I'm getting like some serious legacy vibes here. I think you've recently potentially found out something about your health, or you haven't been feeling super great, and it's heavy on your mind with how you're going to continue to provide for your family is what I'm getting through the occupation card. Change. It looks to me like at the bottom of the deck there's some change needed in this situation, and you're really just trying to weigh out your options. I think you're the type of person, or you know of this person, you know, potentially this is a loved one of yours, that kind of when difficult things arise, the way you handle your emotions and stuff like that is to kind of withdraw and spend some quiet contemplative time by yourself. I think whoever this person is, if I was to describe them, they're kind of like the strong silent type. There's someone that everybody else depends on, that to look for or look to or up to for support, for advice, for counsel. Yeah, there's some place that this person goes, or that you go, where, you know, there's some natural light. It's kind of like their peaceful place where, you know, it's quiet and they can go to think about heavy things that weigh on their mind, because they're not someone that's going to reach out to others and, you know, blab about this, for sure. It may not be something necessarily disastrous. When I'm looking at this bad health picture, I'm just getting that this person needs to slow down. I think this person has been advised, you know, by potentially a medical professional to slow down, to enjoy life a little bit more, you know, get outside more, you know, because I'm seeing these windows open and I'm getting this feeling of like, you know, get some fresh air, get outside, chill out, relax. Yeah, rest. Like, you've got to slow down. I'm hearing you've got to slow down. And I don't know that this person knows how to slow down, or there's this fear of slowing down. Something is in need of repair. This person could do something for a living that involves repairing things or fixing things, taking things that are kind of falling apart and putting them back together again. So it could even be like a fixer career where, you know, this person might go, I get that they're a business person, or even in the medicine field, where they go in and they'll actually clean up Queen up a company. It could be a surgeon. Not quite ready to retire yet, but probably nearing it. You know, if not because of age, but because of this health and needing to slow down too. I don't get that this person's concerned about life or death matters, but it's more of like, how am I going to balance everything? How am I going to juggle this? Tell us more about this concern, please, and this bad health. Tell us more about this situation here. Whoa. Okay, so adjudication, that's interesting, because remember I talked about that at the beginning of the video, but this is like a huge mess. It gives me that feeling like everything's kind of blown up and exploded. Like it's almost like life as they know it is kind of just like this huge big mess. Huge big mess. I feel like when I see this adjudication, I feel like this is stress. With marriage on the bottom, it's possible that you or this person are going through a divorce right now. Papers could have been served recently. There's a privileged lady involved. With mature woman here as well. Pathway on the bottom and change. A message of concern. Yeah, so this almost feels like, you know, maybe the dissolution of a marriage and the stress related to this, okay? Someone has gotten served, I feel, with like divorce papers, and there's some money to be lost here, and this is weighing very heavily on somebody's mind. It's going to create a lot of change in this person's life. I'm getting like a move of residence, maybe some like downsizing. But I think what's important here with 35 is to keep in mind that with this, how do I say this? I'm getting this sense like there's an ability to change life as you know it. So if it's been crazy, if it's been hectic, it has really been stressful, maybe this downsizing will change things to take some of that pressure off. Whoever's hearing this right now is not feeling that. But yeah, encouragement to focus on community right now, and maybe accepting help from others, which again, this person will not be good at. Not good at all. This is kind of a bummeroni reading. I'm just hearing like you can't do this all on your own. I know you want to, but you can't. I mean, you can. We always have that choice, but it's not going to serve you well. And potentially I'm getting to that there's other people that have experienced this and can help you possibly like traverse through it. And yeah, okay, there's going to be money lost and there's all these stresses and stuff, but it's kind of like that idea of seeing the forest through the trees of, okay, yeah, there are those realities, but there's other sides to this as well, and not all is lost. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of money lost though, that someone's worked really, really hard for. And then more than anything, this health, I'm getting stress, like for sure. This is all about stress. This is not, you know, some terminal illness or anything like that. It's just heavy, 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 heavy. And this person's like, what am I going to do? This person's really going through it. I feel like I'm reading for a lot of masculines today. Is that interesting? Let's see. Great fortune, wealthy man, thief, main male again, poverty, high honor. Yeah, like I get this real sense that whoever this is has worked really, really hard for what they have in life from a very young age. They're a very proud person, proud of their accomplishments and stuff. And I'm feeling at this point, they feel like they've kind of been stolen from. There's definitely some feelings of resentment here where it's just like almost like you're taking everything I've got sort of thing. And it's not high vibing, like for sure. There's definitely some negative stuff associated with that. Let's look for, I want to lighten this up a little bit. It's kind of dark. Let's just look for some advice here going forward. If this is someone you know, how could you best support this person? Because I kind of feel like I'm reading for somebody that's watching this happen. I don't feel like I'm reading for this masculine energy. I feel like it's almost like a father figure to whoever's watching this, because I don't think this person would watch tarot readings, quite honestly. I don't think they're of that kind of thread, that generation, you know. So I'm going to ask the question. I feel inclined to ask, how can you help this person through this? And if this is you, then how can you help yourself through it? Like, again, adjust the sails as they're needed. How can you help this person? Some advice, please, for some advice here. Like, there's very much this attitude of it is what it is. Like, there's sore feelings, but it's kind of just like, oh, we're just gonna have to walk through this. Like, this person's no stranger to walking through difficult things. Yeah. Door to personal healing and happiness. Let's see what flips out. Let's look for advice, please. I feel really tired all of a sudden. I feel drained. I feel like all the air has been sucked out of the room. This is a really draining process for somebody. It's really kicked them in the pants, taken the skip out of their step, like however you want to put that. I'll do some extra smudging after this for sure. So journey, adjacent possibilities, and cornucopia. Yeah, so this is like a message of things of like, this sucks. This is something that you just have to traverse, and there's hope on the other side of it. I'm hearing too, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I don't mean that literally, of course, but it's just like, I think this person needs to be reminded every now and then, if not by themselves, that the possibilities are endless here. Like, it doesn't have to just be the one route. Where it's like, you know, I'm drained financially now. I don't even feel like there's love here. I feel like this was almost just like a marriage of convenience and someone taking care of another, honestly, and there's a huge financial hit from this. I feel like this is what's bugging this person the most. But again, like, you've survived many times over before. You're a self-made person, and so I think you just need to keep that in mind. Remember that there are no closed doors. Like, there's many different ways that this can turn out, and like, there's a lot of positivity in these cards here, like the journey itself, right? While it's dark, there's light along the way to show us that we're never really alone. You know, there's hope there. And life is going to look different, I'm hearing, for sure, but let's make the best of that, and let's keep our eye on what's really important. Think about, please be grateful. Think about all the things that you do have. Think about how many times you reinvented yourself and how you can very much do this again, because despite how bleak this looks here, I feel like out of this relationship, many good things were born. I don't know if it's like kids and grandkids, or, you know, if you've been a philanthropist. This feels like a very lonely, empty relationship. I don't know if there is actually family. Because when I said that philanthropy, like, that really hits. Like, I feel like you've left your legacy on this world, and it's a positive one. It's been a good one, and it's you know, about more than just what's happening now. Does that make sense to somebody out there? I would love to hear comments to see if I'm actually hitting on this, or if I'm just completely talking to myself here and pulling stuff out of the ethers. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, to help the channel out. If we all invest in that energy, then yeah, the thinking man, someone who's always up in their head here. Yeah, so I was just saying that, you know, when I find that oftentimes when I subscribe to a channel and I start to watch it for a while, it's interesting how the flow kind of changes. Not always, but certainly been times where I'm like, yes, like, I totally resonate with that reader. It's very cool. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, so we're seeing lots of anxiety here. happy family, broken heart, walking away, carrying connections, your second chakra, the temple path. I'm not feeling like a lot of this is applying. You know, I feel like when these two people first met, there was a lot of love there. And just walking away, I think, from what I'm feeling is those memories, right? It's those painful memories. So while it felt loveless here, now I think it drained. I think at one time these two people were really happy together, and it looks like they did have a family. Looks like they did form a family, and I think that some of this anxiety, a lot of it's monetary, but then a lot of it I think is just looking back and realizing just how far we got off the path and how did that happen, you know, because two very distinct feelings of like what it was like back then and how it feels now. All I can say is whoever this is, honestly, like, listen, it's better to live a life of change and potentially financial loss and stuff than it is to live in a lie, in a cold, loveless relationship, because that's how it feels. That's yucky. It's not easy. It's like the hardest thing ever. But you know, again, I'm being really drawn back to this card again of like, you have so much still. Not all is lost, and to really focus on that in these times of stress, and go chill out, like maybe back off work for a while if you can, and just take some time to heal. I'm seeing like the Four of Swords come up. Take some time to heal for yourself, however that looks, however you most enjoy, you know, doing things that are relaxing. And you know, if you're having trouble sleeping, you know, go see your doctor, get some help with that, because you can't be up all night. That's not healthy either. Okay, so yeah. Oh, this was sad. I wish I could bring you something a little cheerier, Taurus, but there it is. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care.